and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a makeup look using the JACLYN Hill Volume 2 palette. I really wanted to do a purple look with like some golds and stuff, but I'm going to leave that for another day, and I just dipped into this red here was crying out to me. I speak about that throughout the video, so I'll not chat about it too much. But anyway, I am going to continue to film and upload as usual, actually as kind of unusual because I don't want to film and upload that much, but given the fact I've nothing else to do, I might up my uploads to 2 a week, depending if I can find something to like inspire me to film. So anyway, it'll be a lot of makeup and some loungy stuff, and yes, I hope everyone is keeping well, staying safe. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's kind of taken over my life. I'm really anxious. I'm having like mental breakdowns constantly, just like everyone else. We're all in the same boat, so I don't want to chat about it too much. I just want to keep this space somewhere happy we can all come. So if you want to see how I created this makeup look, then keep watching. Okay, so this is the eye look that I am looking to create on this eye. This was not what I wanted. I wanted something like something like this. Something like, I don't know, a lot more red. This looks like more pink, and I'm totally sick of doing pink looks. The colour in the pan that I was using is this one, Living My Best, and it really does look red, and when I put it on my finger it's like so red. However, on my eyes it is pulling completely pink. And then I wanted to make sure that I was using Empowered. This one is that sort of red with a purple reflex in it. Again, it didn't really give me that look that I wanted, and when I had finished the eye I was like, okay, it's nice, but there's something missing, so I then actually added something else. So I'm going to talk you through what I did, and hopefully, like, I'll tell you quickly, this darker colour in here is actually a bit of a mix. It is Crazy and Temptress. I think it was Crazy that I had the problem with. It really did not move, it lay down and would not blend, so I had this harsh line here, and I think I've managed to move it just slightly, but really it's not how I want it to be. And then I've added some wee bits. This gold wasn't meant to be here, da 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 da. Anyway, let's go. And hopefully we can get the same on this eye, because I had no control here. This happened without me realising. I'll actually show you it close. So it's actually really pretty, like, it's really, really nice. It doesn't look like it's not how I wanted it to be, if you know what I mean. Getting started, I think it was this brush into Living My Best. And what it is I think that was wrong was I have actually put a base on which was MAC Pro Longwear, and then I set it down with a setting powder. A setting powder I've never used before, so possibly that was the issue. But I actually think what it needs to be is a sticky base for this, because as soon as I touch it, it goes everywhere. Like, let me zoom in. Like, it's not just about blending it, it just moves. So you might see that it's slightly patchy on the eye at the moment. That is because it doesn't seem to be sticking down properly, it's just moving. Like, my hands were covered. It is also like this in the pan, and I've barely touched it. So I am assuming it is a pressed pigment, which, do you know, I don't even know if it says the pressed pigment's in this or not, but I am pretty sure it's a pressed pigment. So anyway, I don't want to talk too much through this because they get too long, so I'm placing this all over my lid, and then I'm going to blend it up and out like this one. Can you see how red that is? Like, seriously. And then as soon as I started blending it, it turned pink. That looks like a different eyeshadow. You can see that now while I'm blending it, it is starting to change colour. It is turning into that pink. So I will just let you know right now, be careful blending this colour. It moves like crazy. I don't really have much control. I can see, if this is what like the formula was in the Anastasia Subculture palette, I can see why beginners, non-makeup artists would have struggled with the formula, because I don't work with like extreme colours like this, and I don't like looks that are so blown out. I'm quite like a play it safe kind of person, and because I never really had the choice here where the colour was going, it's came up much higher than what I would initially like. It's came in much more than I would like, and also it's much more blown out under than I ever go for. But it's pushed me right out of my comfort zone. I look like ill with these lips. Pushed me right out of my comfort zone, so for that I'm grateful for it. But I can definitely see how people would find this a wee bit more difficult to work with. Right, let's get on. I didn't dip this in. It just like spreads their colour like crazy. So now I've got that kind of shape, obviously it doesn't blend it out more. I've got like a thicker blending brush so that I can move the colour just a little bit more. I've actually set up my monitor today, which I haven't done in ages, and I'm still looking at this damn thing. So I do apologise. So with a very light hand, I'm blending this. I've never dipped this in either. The reason why I brought this right the way around here is just really for me, like a guide for me, because I'm going to clean that up. Oh, my back's sore. Right, and then I grabbed this brush and I went into Crazy, this one, and I put it on the outer corner here. That must be a pressed pigment as well. That is why that did not move. That gave me trouble last time. Look, see all the powder in the pan? I clearly did not use a light hand. I'm taking it right the way around, and then I'm going in with this bigger brush again, because I made a mess here. By the way, this is the eye that does never ever does what I want it to do. It never plays. I can never get a nice blend on this eye. That's why I always do my work on this eye on camera, but I made a mistake today. Just going back in with Crazy, just because I really want to add that wee bit more depth here, but I think the depth came in the other eye from Temptress, which is the black in the palette, because I really did lay that down. This seems to be moving more though, like I want to blend this more. It really didn't blend here, you can see the line, but it really is blending on this eye better. Maybe it's because I know like what I'm dealing with this time round. It doesn't look great on camera, it really doesn't, but trust the process. Temptress, remember this one, Temptress? Tiny brush, tiny little bit of black, and what I'm doing is I actually used that to go right into the crease. Probably not the best idea, because that way why it's not moving. It is an amazing black eyeshadow. And then I'm using the brush that had Crazy on it, and I'm going over that, because we're just using it to deepen. We kind of just want it to be more that darker purple, not necessarily black. And what I did in the other eye was I actually brought it right the way in. Right, this time I am dipping this in to Living My Best, because I want to make it still have that red slash pink. Then getting the black again, because I'm laying that on this outer corner. I wondered if I should put the darkness under this eye or not. No, I quite like it how it is. Right, this is looking awfully dark, and do you know what I think it's because of I've not put in like that shimmer shade yet. So let's go ahead and do that and then go from there. My NYX glitter glue, which we know I love. Oh, sorry, I'm not in shot. My tripod broke, so I really need to get a new one. Right now you are on my Gorilla Pod, which does not hold the weight of this camera. Right, basically colouring in the full eye with this glue. So because we don't want too much of this dark showing, I'm actually taking it right up like into the crease almost, because we do want to almost get rid of that darkness. You just want that tiny little bit there. Shade here, Empowered, absolutely stunning. I just think it would be more stunning paired with a colour that like contrast against it, because really when I place this on, it's not like, it's beautiful, but it almost blends too much with the pink. See, I thought that the rest of the eyeshadow would have been red, and then that this would have been the pink, and then this would have been the pink like pop. Also, I can't see that purple. Don't worry about covering any of the darkness of the depth, because that is easily brought back. And as I said, I didn't want too much of it. Getting this brush with nothing on it, and I'm just blending top edges and here. So I'm going to dip it in a little bit to Crazy, like the tiniest little bit, and we're patting it on the edge using that. I'm taking a tiny little bit underneath, because I think I did on the other eye as well. I want to put a tiny wee bit back here. Right, so when I got to this point, I really was thinking something was missing. Obviously you can see that I've added more at this side. So I was looking for something that I could almost cut a crease right around here, and I didn't have anything that really stood out to me. So I pulled out this Peaches pigment, which in the pot looked like something that I could put around there. So let me try and show you. The shade of it is Luxe. You can't really see it on camera, but that is the shimmer that it gives off there. So I thought if I drew a line and really packed it in, it would almost show up like this gold, but it's got that more red colour through it, like a mermaid colour. But in the end up, no, I didn't want to risk it. So what I did was experimented, dipped my finger straight into it, and I just put it on the lid right over the top of that colour, and you can see instantly we've got that pop. It doesn't matter that I've went over, I'm going to fix it with this brush because it won't set down because I haven't glued it, so it's just going to blend out. I do find that with the Peaches and Cream pigments, actually I find that with any pigments, like I wouldn't use them without using the glitter glue. So that's it packed on, and remember I had already put glitter glue on, so it is sticking, like it is sticking. I did then take a tiny little bit of glitter glue, like the tiniest bit, and I'm using that right on the middle of the eye, just so that we can pick up that intensity a wee bit more. Dipping back into Peaches and Cream Luxe, and I am not being shy with how much I'm using. I am really packing this on, getting it right the way up, taking that brush again so that I can kind of wipe away where I don't want it. And so now I've got to just kind of clean up the edges and get it looking like this one. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'll come back. I can't believe how literally pale I look on that screen when I've got so much makeup on my face. I don't want to put any more contour on, it's so heavy. Let me turn the lights down. Right, anywho, I wish I could lift these up because I look strange. Right, so what I did next was take this tiny little brush again, dip it into Temptress, and I used that to give myself a tiny little bit of liner, but really it's just to let the lashes blend. So liner, and then for a highlight, when I find the brush that I used, I went in with I'm in it, and then I did go over the top of it with this one. I just felt like it was just a little bit too luminous, so it matches this look really nicely because it's got that kind of pinky purple hue. Can you see that pink just like blending right into that highlighter because I've touched it with a brush? So that's why I went over with Certified. I'm just going to lift my brow and try and get right in there. So went over with Certified, and that was a little bit cleaner. I don't know if these are symmetrical, we'll find out once I've got the lashes on. Mascara and lashes, it was these Eldora lashes that I used the last time. They were like the Enchanted set. What are they called? A Lala Lash. So I pop my mascara on, my lash, come back with my lips on, and we'll have a wee chat. Oh, this is it almost finished. I'm still trying to figure out if they're symmetrical. The last step that I had to do was put on this kind of glitter. I decided that it's, even now, it was missing something, and it's definitely like this pop of colour on the inner corner really helped. So I'm literally just using this. It's mine, no one else uses it. So I'm putting it right here. Maybe I should. And then I don't know if I did this the last time, but I'll just tap it in. And that is me finished my makeup look. I hope you all liked it. I'm going to take off everything so you can all see it properly. See the mess that I made in the studio. It's like, sitting here with my hoodie on, nowhere to go, which is nothing new, with my full face of makeup on. Let me bring you in closer. And that completes today's makeup look. I hope you all enjoyed it. I apologise if it was all over the place. I feel like it was all over the place. I feel like I'm all over the place. Video reflects the mood, I guess. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you could give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, that would be awesome. Mwah. Ciao.